Hello my friends, I hope you enjoyed that little clip. I was with my family on a trip today outside of Croatia. We had some good food, spent some time in the nature, I went for a walk. It's a good time. Now I finished up some work here, and as you can see I'm on a kind of a construction site. Whatever, the background is good, I am here, I have some time, and I want to talk to you about a very important topic. Pride, ego. There's been a lot of talk of ego today, how either you should be non-existent, you should be one with everything, or that you should really, take care about who you are, that you should be unique. Both is not wrong. Let's put it like that. But today I want to focus on how it can destroy your life. Situations where having pride is one of the worst things you can do. With relationships, with family, with friends, any personal relationships, I saw them destroyed because of pride. Even with my family and myself, I did so many wrong things because I didn't want to go over my pride. I didn't want to swallow it, but I wanted to be right. And obviously I do not want this to happen to you, and I'm lucky enough to have corrected these mistakes while those that I love are still around me, but I don't want you to regret this, and I don't want you to live your whole life, not maybe regretting it, but having this bitterness inside you. Because this is what happens for most people. They get in bad terms with someone and they live their life bitter. They're always hateful. They carry it around with like a big cross. And this is what, again, I don't want anyone to experience, so I'll tell it like this. Can you say, I love you, I'm sorry, I apologize, I'm wrong? Even though you're not wrong, even though you have done no harm. It's really simple, and it's all that matters. Because as a smart person, as someone who wants to rise above, as someone who doesn't want to allow the hell on this earth to swallow them, you need to be able to do this. And it's hard. It's one of the hardest things, especially if you are someone that has a strong sense of self-worth. But let me tell you that it's something that it will change your life if you start doing more often. I don't think that you should start saying to everyone, oh, I'm sorry, and start being this weak person. I'm saying that in those situations where you're aware, where you're smart enough to see that the other person is not, that's all that matters. For example, you're having a fight with someone about something that keeps happening. Instead of constantly trying to prove your point, why not try to find peace? Why not try to be smarter and say, okay, they will not swallow their pride, I will, let them have this victory, but we will have peace. Be it, with your friends, with your family, whatever that you have around you. Compromise is, in many cases, the solution. No matter how many, masculinity coaches want to say that you should never compromise, that you should lead this and that. That's not true in real life situations. I'm telling you. Say you're sorry for the greater benefit of other people around you as well. Again, if you're talking about family situations, which I am focusing on the most, because that's where these problems occur the most, because you have deep attachment, even though maybe someone don't like to admit it, but family is all, whatever. If you have a fight within your family that happens constantly, and you start to go outside and never talk to them again, you're not the only one that's being affected. Other people in the whole family are being affected. And everyone is suffering. And what I said in the beginning, you live bitterly. You move around bitterly. Your decisions are not your decisions, but they are done out of spite. And never the solution comes because you cannot swallow your pride. And what is your pride? What is it that you value so much that you cannot swallow it? What will happen if you say, I'm sorry? No, really, what will happen? Will everything crumble around you? Will your foundation fall down? Will your, what do they say, your frame, masculine frame, you are this big guy, that will fall down. If you think like this, then you have none of those things to begin with, you have none of these things. Because you are not able to be smart enough to see that you can save literal situations, skip fights, by just allowing people to have those small victories. If you know that someone maybe is, likes to be appreciated, likes to be main character, as you can say, then say, good job. Or ask them, what do you think about this? You can entertain them with this, with simple options, and they will be satisfied and peace will be maintained. And later on, you can benefit even more because, those people will love you more because you suited to them. This is not manipulation, this is being smart, because you cannot expect everyone in life to think the same as you and also to agree with you on everything, or to accept your opinion. This is, again, not for every situations, but those specific situations where it's a better option to swallow it. So think about this, guys. Think about this, because I don't want, again, for you to encounter this later on and completely cut off great relationships, completely live bitterly, because family is all. Friendships are very important. Relationships, with your partner, valuable. That's what makes life beautiful. So yeah, guys, think if you're masculine enough to do this. Think if you have the balls to do this in these situations. And lastly, I will just touch upon this, what I said. What you say is not important in your being this strong person who, has a pride and doesn't allow people to shit on them. This is not what matters. What matters is what you do and how you react. If your actions are in the same level as someone who is of a higher value, because you can be a woman watching this, it's very similar. If you're just doing something that's of high value, high importance, and then if you're not reacting to someone's provocations, you're being calm. This is how you know, and you can be secure that even though you swallow your pride, you're not a bitch, pretty much. But if you do this, and you're not this strong person, and it's all fake. With this, what I want to say is very simple. Have your own self-worth in the sense that you earn it, because this is earned. Just because I'm a man, you're a man, she's a girl, whatever, we don't deserve anything. We deserve it by our actions. We deserve it by contributing to this world, to our family, to our neighborhood, to our everyone, and accepting who we are, acknowledging our natural, roles. This is how you earn your self-worth. And this is where the ego is good, because it can come from natural growth. You can still be humble, but okay, stop. I will not listen to this. You can say stop, or you can say no. But if you're not this person, and then you still have pride, you still have this, I want to be right, then you're a brat. You are a spoiled kid, because you have no foundation to stand on. In both situations, you should be humble. But when you are working on yourself, when you are on a bit of a higher level, then you can start distinguishing between where you can swallow your pride and where you cannot. So, as with anything and with my messages, everything comes from yourself. Your foundation, what you first work on, and then you are shining that towards the world. It's very hard to swallow your pride if you don't know even that you have it. So, first look around yourself, inside your head, figure out, have you tended to your garden? Always, before anything. Even though you can be 100% someone is wrong, still, find the inner peace, work on yourself, and then you'll be even kinder to others, be even better. Save the fucking family, man. Save the friendships. It's not worth it. Life is short. Like I said, life is hard by itself. Don't make it harder. What you can control it. That's it. I'll see you soon, guys. Please drop a comment if you like this video, if you have some suggestions, if you want some topics for me to cover. Like the video, subscribe, and peace. Much love.